What is the global response to an attack on a protected hospital? Imagine a hospital suddenly coming under fire during a conflict. It's a scene that shocks everyone and sparks immediate international concern. When a hospital is attacked, the world responds with a mix of legal, diplomatic, and humanitarian actions. Under international humanitarian law, hospitals and medical facilities are given special protection because they serve the sick and wounded, no matter who they are. Attacking them is considered a serious violation and can be classified as a war crime if done intentionally or recklessly. These protections are mainly outlined in the Geneva Conventions of 1949 and their additional protocols. They say hospitals must never be targeted and must be allowed to operate safely at all times. This protection also covers medical staff and humanitarian workers working inside these facilities. When an attack happens, the first response from the international community is often strong condemnation. The United Nations and the International Committee of the Red Cross quickly call out the attack as a breach of international law. They push for investigations to find out who was responsible. If the attack was deliberate or negligent, the perpetrators can face charges of war crimes in international courts. Countries involved in the conflict are expected to investigate and hold those accountable. Next, efforts are made to protect medical services from further harm. Parties to the conflict are urged to take all possible precautions to avoid hitting hospitals and medical personnel. This includes verifying the status of a facility before any military action, issuing warnings if a hospital is suspected of being misused, and stopping attacks if the hospital's protected status is restored. If a hospital is damaged or destroyed, the focus shifts to restoring medical care quickly. This might involve evacuating patients and staff, providing emergency medical support, and ensuring essential supplies like water and electricity are available. International organizations also monitor these attacks closely. The United Nations Security Council recognizes attacks on hospitals as one of the 6 grave violations in armed conflict. They emphasize the need for global action to prevent such incidents. When a hospital is attacked, it often prompts calls for stronger enforcement of international laws and better protection measures. Hospitals only lose their protected status if they are used for military purposes, like hiding combatants or storing weapons. Even then, they must be warned first and given a chance to stop such activities. Attacks on hospitals must always be proportionate and carefully considered to avoid causing unnecessary suffering. Overall, the global response to an attack on a protected hospital is to treat it as a serious breach of international law. The focus is on legal accountability, safeguarding medical services, and maintaining international pressure for respect and protection of medical facilities and personnel during conflicts. This approach helps ensure that hospitals remain as safe spaces for healing, even in times of war.